Hello, hello. So this is round 2. You'll probably find a tiny little video from me down below as I was trying to use Wi-Fi and it's just cut out. So funny enough, that was going to welcome lots of wonderful new members to our Luminary Leaders group. And one of the things I wanted to explore today was trust. Now, I think trust in our electronic means is absolutely critical. So in true form, I've just flicked from Wi-Fi to 4G because that's far more trustworthy. But I also wanted to just show you this little fellow. So we've been having a really fascinating few days. And as people are having to deal with potentially looking at taking on new members of teams, for example, if they've got new roles that are coming up now that we're working from home a lot, and they're needing to hire new people, is how do you build that trust to be able to grow the team whilst you're not actually meeting face to face? But also, and how do you find a recruiting helper that can, a recruiting individual that can help you find that perfect person and creating that bond as well? And then also from that perspective is, what do you do if actually you might need to say farewell to some of your staff, where you're finding that actually they're not necessarily going to be with you into the next chapter? Or more to the point, if you're worried that your role may be cut in the future, and how you can build a bond, hey Amanda, with the team leadership and with those further up in the decision-making cycle that might also be able to ensure that you either keep your role or don't. So one of the big aspects here is trust. And that's why I've brought you this little fellow. I found him on the floor and he's looking a little bit slow. But I thought the reason I wanted to show you him, this wonderful bumblebee, is it's all about mutual trust. So I think the amazing part about trust is there's no one thing that's going to make it or break it, unless both parties are able to trust each other. So from that perspective, this lovely little bumblebee is happy to sit on my arm and knows I'm not going to be wishing it any ill. And similarly, I know that he doesn't really want to have any interest in stinging me because that's not good for his health either. So we've got mutual trust, and it's wonderful to be able to give him a quick ride, find another nice plant to live on. But most importantly, in your business, how do you develop trust? How are you ensuring that you are being able to create a real bond of trust and friendship and mutual inclusion across the business? Because those teams are the ones which will really, really look after you through thick and thin. The stronger the bond of trust, the stronger the feeling of benevolence across the business where everyone is looking out for each other, especially in this week where we're looking at mental health. That will be so, so key. So for this week, how can you explore how you're developing trust? How are you looking at the communication styles to be able to demonstrate that trust to each other through your language and your behaviour? And how can you be able to express that as well out to a broader community? So if you'd love to be able to explore a little bit more, then we're always here. Bounce some questions underneath. Love to hear your ideas about what's worked well for you and how to be able to bring a trust-filled, warm, energetic environment to all of our businesses. So from me and this beautiful little bee, who I'm now going to go and find a nice little wee flower for. Hey Caps, how are you? Look, it's a bit of special forces here, carrying a bee and I'm not getting stung. Must be very special. Speak to you soon and take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Ciao for now.